Or are they leaving you?
Yeah. I'll try and explain, because I do understand that it is a bit complicated. Labour Leave is not going to be aligned to any of the two main groups at the moment, Leave EU and Vote Leave. We want to be independent. We want to be out there across the country working with grassroots Labour people, both members and councillors who've been coming to us since the group was formed, who've been fed up with the fact that the Labour Party's never had a proper discussion on the EU, and then also particularly Labour supporters who deserted us in their millions at the last election. And we're finding now that we're beginning to build this movement across the country, that everyone wants to work together. And I'm afraid to say that it just wasn't working out with Vote Leave, because some of them did really not want to work with anybody else. And my view is the most
That's
important
Dominic
thing
Cummings
is to get
you're talking
that
about,
unity.
is it?
Well, I suppose his name does come into the frame, but, you know, I don't want to get into a personal attack on anybody individually. You know, when the staff at Labour Leave felt very unhappy and felt that they weren't being actually given the respect that perhaps they needed, and that they felt that they could work much better with the grassroots groups across the country, then it's time, you know, to leave, and it's time for us to get that. You know, it's listening to your little bit of package there. You know, when we look back to see the really fantastic Labour figures who were involved against the EU, those kind of people are still out there in the country waiting for some leadership.
We still need to clarify this, though, because John Mills, who is the head of Labour Leave, and you're only the deputy chair, as I understand it.
No,
you've
got it wrong. Yeah, you've got it wrong. John Mills isn't an office holder. He was part of the people who set it up. He was chair of Vote Leave, and then now during the week he was demoted to being the vice chair of Vote Leave. But John Mills is a long-standing, decent, wonderful guy,
but he says,
and he will obviously want to work with whoever he will work with whoever he wants to.
Yeah, but he's issued a statement saying, I am the founder and co-owner of Labour Leave, and corporately it supports Vote Leave. So is he wrong?
Well, that's fine. That's fine. If John wants to say that, that's fine. But I'm
is
not
it right
sure
or wrong?
Who's going to be there with him. Well, there are two directors of Labour Leave. One is John, and one is Brendan Chilton, who is very, very keen to move out of Vote Leave, and part of the reason why we're moving. So this is a farce, isn't it? In truth, technicalities.
No. Hang on.
No, it's actually not a farce.
What you just said.
Hang on.
No, let me just clarify this, because what you've just said is that there are two bosses of Labour Leave, and one of them wants to leave Vote Leave, and the other doesn't. Well, founders, co-owners, whatever it might be.
No, they're not bosses. I was one of the founders of Labour Leave. John Mills founded Labour for Britain. Labour Leave is actually full of people across the country who want to work independently. John can do, you know, John is still on the board of Vote Leave, but I hope by the time designation comes, and there's some time away yet, that the grassroots movement will have grown so much that the Electoral Commission will look to see who really represents on a cross-party basis those people out in the country who want to leave the European Union.
It sounds like you're about to write John Mills a Dear John letter.
No, I've already made a statement today that we're leaving Vote Leave because we want to work with other groups, and Vote Leave doesn't want to, and that's the problem, you know. And it's very much a Westminster elite, and we want to get out there and talk to people who actually want to leave and want to campaign for leave and want to work with anybody who's got the same view.
Kate Hoey, thanks very much for joining.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.